For quality. Me both. I need to do that. But tell me a little bit about what you're looking for. What caused you to send us the application through the webpage and things like that.
All right. Well, my resume actually would be weak on the handyman side. I switched this over about a year ago. Actually, a few years ago, because I started out with I left the IT field.
Okay.
After 10 years of great service, I got tired of dealing with computers, and I wanted to get more accomplishment when I get done in the day, see a final project. So I decided to go into business with a friend called A+ Carpet Cleaning, and opened up my own little franchise out in Frederick County. That turned out to be, I just wasn't the carpet cleaning knowledgeable type. 2 vans broke down at $50,000 a pop. I couldn't afford it anymore, so sold the business out, and since then switched over to doing handyman work right now for a property management company.
What company is that?
It's called MJMB Investments.
Where are they based out of?
Germantown.
Germantown? Okay. And how long have you been doing that with them?
Just about half a year.
Okay. Now, one of the things you had mentioned, when we were looking at on your questionnaire, was that you showed some pretty good experience on a lot of the different types of things.
Yeah.
Looking over your tool list, actually, you have some pretty decent tool set as well.
Well, we grew up with the family does the work in the house. We never got contractors. It was all.
So you're obviously not my customer base, is what you're saying.
My family isn't. I tell you what, I probably am not either. But people I know are.
So, tell me how many years have you been doing handyman trade type of work?
I've really been doing it all my life. I started off as a painter's assistant, and did that for 5 years. Got in there. So I'm very good at painting, doing the drywall. I'm not the biggest fan of it in the world, and I know a lot of people.
Man, I've never heard that comment before.
What? Not the biggest fan of it?
Yeah, everybody says that. Is it the painting or the cleaning part you're not?
No, it's back on.
Okay.
The painting is fine. I got Wagner rollers. I got all the gizmos now, and that's not my roll paint. It's the repairing a really bad
drywall.
Really bad drywall, bad seam. Sometimes the wood just doesn't line up right when the contractors put it in there.
Gotcha. Now it says here you're willing to work pretty much any time.
Yes, I'm already on call for emergencies, so.
Well, we don't do any on-call work, but we do occasionally work some night shifts. We do a lot of restaurant work and stuff. Roy Rogers is one of our biggest customers. Where we have to go in there and do tile work or something at night and things like that. But tell me, what out of all the different types of trades, what do you think? Answer me about being a painter's assistant. What do you think is your strongest skill?
To tell you the truth, I love remodeling. I love dealing with framing. Strongest skill would be. My strongest skill is probably diagnosing the problem. So that's my strongest one.
Okay, well let me rephrase that then.
Hand tools.
Considering like electrical, plumbing, painting, drywall, carpentry, gutter cleaning, fascia, siding work, roofing, what area do you do the best?
Probably, I'd have to say probably carpentry. Carpentry, construction.
Okay. Now, are we talking framing or finish work?
Really framing and finishing. Okay. Both. Once I get into it, I like doing the whole thing.
Now tell me what you don't like to do.
I'm not the biggest fan of electrical work.
Okay.
I have all testers, and I know what I'm doing with them. Still not the biggest fan of electrical work.
Okay.
And plumbing, large plumbing.
Man, let me throw these out at you. A guy has a, let's put a ceiling fan in. The electric is there, just wants to have it installed. You okay with something like that?
Yes.
What if the electric's not there?
I'll snake the wire. I'd like to have somebody, or either take a class myself on making sure that if I have to put a new fuse in the fuse box or.
Well, I have to here in Maryland, we can't work in a panel box.
Oh, awesome! Then yeah, I can snake a wire.
Normally we would tap into something in the attic, which here in the city we won't do either, but in the county we will. So, okay. Similar things with plumbing. We don't run all new plumbing lines and things, but we will swap out sinks, tubs, toilets, fixtures, things like that. Are you comfortable with that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I can do it. I mean, I can do it if I'm not a fan of it, but I've taken out many toilets. I do a lot of flooring. You know, like in here, you see, I have to do the flooring, pull this toilet out.
How are you with ceramic? Do you like doing ceramic? Are you good at that?
Yeah, I mean, I like the ceramic is pretty easy. I mean, as long as I've got it level, as long as the walls are all straight and lined up, and I'm not having to, you know, fuddle with diagonal cuts to make it fit, but
Right.
still not look right.
What about showers and doing the ceramic in showers and things like that as opposed to just on floors? Have you done that?
I have
before?
not done it. I
So
have not done
nothing
that
like
for
showers and things like that.
No.
Basically floors with ceramic. All right.
I would not mind doing it, but I use my house as a practice right now. I pretty much rebuild that thing.
Right. Tell me, basically, I guess what we're saying here is there's not, except for this with this property management company, there's not a lot of paid experience in the handyman or the trades.
Correct.
Pretty much your background is in the IT side.
Correct.
But you're looking, because you've been doing this all your life on the side. And
Everyone says you do this all the
business.
time.
Why don't
It's
you-
what
why
I
don't
do
you go
for
do this for a
fun.
living?
It's yeah.
let me tell you a little bit about Mr. Handyman and things that we do and how we work. We are a franchise, and number one, as I mentioned to you. All the guys that I have working for me now have at least 15 years of paid experience.
Okay.
Okay, they're all very good at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
We are the most expensive guy in town.
Right.
Okay, we charge more than anybody. We also pay better than anybody else. But the reason we do that is because of the professionalism, the way we do our jobs, and the skill sets of our employees.
Right.
Well, I'll be straight up honest with you. One of my concerns is the lack of paid experience.
Right.
I'm on the phone telling my customers all of our technicians have at least 15 years experience.
Yeah.
I need to be able to feel comfortable to say, you have 15 years of experience. I don't say 15 years paid experience, I do say 15 years of experience. But I do need to be able to feel comfortable that if I would hire you and send you to a home, you can handle what needs to be done.
Right.
That would be my first issue there. Secondly, some of the things about us, we do wear uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We provide shirts and hats for our technicians. They provide shoes and pants. We don't allow jeans or tennis shoes. We do also provide the vans. I actually don't have one here today, unfortunately. That we provide to our technicians. They are allowed to take those home.
Mm-hmm.
They are required to keep those clean on a weekly basis. So there are some rules like that. How are you as far as working in an environment where there are those set sort of rules that we have to follow?
Ex-military, so.
Okay. What's most what rank you were? Where were you in the military? Were you above or below? Were you giving the orders or taking the orders?
You get to do both.
Okay, great.
No matter what, you're doing both.
So tell me, again, you mentioned that diagnosing is what you enjoy doing. What attracted you to Mr. Handyman?
Well, I really like the design. I consider myself a handyman already. So the thing is that I don't want to run my own company right now, you know, and that's kind of what I'm doing now. And I gotta just get out of being my own boss for now until I need more experience in the trade, like you said. Probably need more paid cash experience. But the handyman work is multifaceted, so I can do. I'm not getting bored. You know, today I'm going to do the carpets again. Going to cut the carpets again. Going to cut the carpets again. So.
Okay. How are you with working? You probably did that some, obviously, with the carpet stuff. But part again is we're really customer service is what we are. You're going to see our average job is 4 hours long. Okay, so you're going to see on average 1 to 2 customers per day. How are you with working with customers? Somebody standing over your back, watching you do your work. And the other part of that is we're a business where I look for guys who have great customer service skills and can go into a home and find additional work.
Oh, that's what I believe in doing. I mean, when I had my own business, A+ Carpet, that's what I had to do. I had to, you know, they want to stand over you, watch you. You're somebody in their house, number one. Number two, they're probably curious as to what you're doing.
Right.
And I don't mind that at all. You know, as long as I'm working and they're not standing right in front of me, and
sure.
As long as they're safe distance, I don't mind working with them. And I love the resale jobs. I mean, especially, you know, if after a while there's rewards for it, or, you know, just to make sure we have business going on.
Right. What I mean by what I'm looking for is a guy, let's say, for example, you come into this room to replace that broken window.
Right.
Okay, and while you're in here, you notice that plug's hanging out of the wall over there.
You got windows that get cracks.
We got windows the guy who can pick that stuff up and be able to say, you know, man, while we're here, I can take care of this and caulk that for you. I can get a plate for that to cover that for you. You know, things like that. Are you comfortable doing that sort of stuff?
I am. I mean, I've already got multiple plates like that that are already sitting in my car ready to go. That I go in there and be like, look, well, since we're here, might as well fix that. It's a hazard. It's a safety hazard. I'm good at selling them on that. I'm not gonna be losing money with the windows not being at least insulated.
Right. Okay. Well, let's talk about pay and benefits. What type of pay are you looking for?
Well, right now, to be honest, I just got offered a job. I haven't taken it yet, but with a place called CWC Contracting, or
Never heard of them.
yeah, CWC
Okay.
Remodeling.
Where are they based out of?
They're out of Rockville.
Okay.
So, and they're starting at $15 an hour.
Okay. All right. Let me tell you a little bit about how we work and our pay. All my guys are on somewhat the same pay scale, but it fluctuates depending upon how many hours they bill each week and how long they've been with me.
Okay.
Okay. For lack of a better term, I call it a commission scale. Okay. And what I'm gonna do here is just draw a few pictures for you. Okay. Yes. As I mentioned, we're one of the most expensive guys in town. We charge $216 for the first 2 hours of service. Okay. After that, we charge $88 an hour. Okay. At the end of each week, I'm going to go over your pay and I'm going to add up all of that labor. Okay. Now, in the first 6 months you work with me, you're going to make somewhere between $700 to $1,000 a week.
Okay.
Okay. After 6 months, I'm going to give you a raise, and you're going to be somewhere between $800 to $1,100 a week. After another 6 months, when you've been with me a full year, you're going to be at somewhere between $900 to $1,200 a week. Okay. That's your pay. Now, how we get to that, I can explain it to you, is that I do add up your labor at the end of the week. If you have billed between $0 and $2,500 in the first 6 months of employment, I'm going to give you 21% of it.
Okay.
Okay. If you bill between $2,500 and $3,000, I'm going to give you 23% of it, and over $3,000, I'm going to give you 25% of it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And that's how you'll get to between $700 and $1,000. After 6 months, I give you a raise. We bump this up a point to 22, 24, 26. After an additional 6 months, I bump it up one more point, 23, 25, and 27.
Okay.
Okay. Now, a lot of guys come and look at me and say, well, obviously I want to be at this level.
Right.
Okay. To get to this level, you're going to have to bill somewhere around 32 to 35 hours a week. Okay. I require my guys to bill 35 hours a week.
Well,
okay. If you can do that Monday through Friday, which most of my guys can, you don't have to work Saturdays or Sundays.
Right.
But if you can't get me 35 hours Monday through Friday, you'll work Saturdays. I need 30. This is my make money point.
Right.
Okay. And as I tell everybody in an interview, let you know, I'm in business to make money.
Why would they not be able to get 35 hours just out of curiosity during the work week?
It could be the skill set of the technician.
Okay.
What we do is we take all the calls here and we book you a job. Okay, I may book you a 7 a.m. job and it's a 4-hour job that we think is a 4-hour job. You go into the job and you're done in 2 hours. Okay.
Okay.
We may have booked you an afternoon job as well, but you just took 4 and made it 2.
Right.
Okay, that's why I talk about I look for guys that
get in and get out.
that aren't get in and get out guys.
Okay.
Because what happens is get in, get out guys leaves things. If a job should take 4 hours, then it should take 4 hours.
Right.
Don't do it in 2, have a mistake. This customer's calling me back saying he didn't do this right, because guess what? We're coming back for 2 more hours to make it right, but now we're not getting paid for it.
Right.
Okay, so we need to make sure that we are doing work professionally, diligently, and properly. I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form we go in there to stretch a job.
Right.
We don't do that. Okay, because that's taking advantage of the customer. What I want to do is make sure we do the job right.
Okay.
Okay, that's first and foremost to do it right.
I agree with that.
The only time you may not get 35 hours is going to be honest with you, January, February.
Okay.
And that's where I'm looking for 32. Okay, because it gets a little bit slower in that time of year. To give you some examples, I post all of our numbers on the board up here. This is our labor here. These are my 7 technicians. Here are their weekly averages in labor. So you see only one guy's not hitting the 3,000 mark and he's only $41 off of it. Okay, but you see every single one of these guys is well over that 3,000 average. And this is an annual average. This includes from January and February and March all the way through. So it's really not a problem to get, if the guys are good, that's the bottom line. If the guy's good, works well, is a hard worker, does a good job, he won't have an issue getting to that point. Okay. And the reason we go to this is I'm looking for guys that are willing to help me grow my business.
Right.
You know,
That's what I want to do. Is somebody
I want to be the biggest in the country. Okay, so I need guys that help me grow my business. And with that said, I am a firm believer of taking care of people that take care of me.
Right.
Okay. Last year in January, I took my 3 top builders to Orlando, Florida for the International Home Builders Show for 3 days.
Oh, nice.
Things like that. None of that is ever guaranteed. It's all just from guys that do their job. Over the last 3 years, I've given a 1% bonus at the end of the year based on their labor for the year. Half of it's a check, and I pay the taxes on it as well. And half of it's in Home Depot gift cards to help them replenish tools and things like that. To give an example, you look at here is the annual. Basically, these guys are getting 1% of this. This is through 44 weeks. They still got 8 weeks left. They'll get 1% of that amount to them. So $1,500 bonuses for these guys all year long. Again, that's not guaranteed. As long as the business does well, those sort of things will happen. Right. What is guaranteed is after 6 months, I give 6 paid holidays. Okay? After 1 year, I give 1 week vacation. Okay? I also, as I mentioned, I give you the van. What you need to take home is for business use only, no personal use. I cover all the expenses, the fuel, the gas, all that sort of stuff for it. That right now is with the way gas prices are.
That's nice itself.
It's a pretty nice perk.
I've got a perfect driving record, not even.
And they're very, these guys, Don will vouch for me here since I don't have one here today. They're very nice vans.
What vans are they?
They're GMC Savannah Pros, 2500s, cloth seats, power windows, locks, mirrors. The side panels pop out.
Oh, nice.
They're very, very nice vans.
I drove the 2500, but only for the one time.
Okay.
With the carpet cleaner in the back. So
you need a monster piece of equipment in there. So in a nutshell, that's how we pay.
That's great.
And what this does is it rewards guys who want to work.
If
you don't want to work, then you're going to be down here. To be honest with you, if you're hitting this number more than once or twice, probably not going to be with me much longer anyways. Right. You and I aren't going to be having a good relationship. I'm looking for guys in that area. And to be completely honest with you, to bill 32 to 35 hours a week, you're going to work 40 to 42 hours. Okay, because of drive time, downtime between jobs, and things like that. Right. And that's why, to help compensate you for that time, that's why we have the larger first 2 hours. Okay, we have a 2 hour minimum. If you're on a job for half an hour, you should still 2 hour. Right. And the percentages are set at what they are to help compensate you for the time in between jobs as well. On your pay stubs for my guys, I put on there, they log from the time they show up from their first job till the time they leave their last job, minus lunch, regardless of whether they've been billing during that time or not. I'll take that and divide it by whatever their commission pay comes out to, and show them from the time they started their job till the time they ended their last job what they made per hour. Not just billed, but for all day, per hour. The guys that have been with me over a year are all somewhere between $22 to $25 an hour right now. Okay. These guys down here are somewhere between $17 to $21 an hour. Okay, and from what you said, $15 an hour, looks like that would work out for you.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
And I will be completely honest with you, my only fear comes is the guys I've interviewed before that want $15 or $16 an hour, they're quite happy just to bill in here.
Oh, no, I've just come off of a $75,000 a year career, so I've taken a hit. I know I have, but I believe that one should be happier than.
And what caused you to leave that? I mean, what was IT?
Monotonous. It became very monotonous. Also, I don't know if it's been me, but the last 2 companies I've been with, they laid everybody off. Okay. And I was the last individual to have to go around because IT guys have to go make sure they log off, they lock down computers, they go, they escort them. It's like we're, policemen telling you to get out of your house, and it's just uncomfortable. Couldn't sit well with that.
Okay. Any questions you have for me?
No. I mean, if I were to, if you were to say, come on board, Melon, we want to give you a try, would I have a chance to go out maybe with one of your handymen for a day before I came to work for you?
Here's what we do. If it's something that we are interested in hiring you with, as you notice, you signed some release forms.
Right.
We do a background check, we do a drug screen, and we do a driving record check.
Okay.
That's the first and foremost. Obviously we'll do some reference checks as well. There's some due diligence that I would have to do on my end.
Of course.
Then what happens is I bring you to the office, and you will spend a half a day to a day with me. We'll go over how we do paperwork. We have invoices we fill out, how we go on the job. You see the TV sitting here. We have video that you watch, which will show you everything about how to be Mr. Handyman, except how to do the work.
Right.
It'll show you where to park when you show up at a house, how to dress, how to approach the customers, things of that nature. You still have to be the guy who knows how to do the actual work. Once you have spent that time with me, then I will put you in a van with another technician. That may be for 1 day, that may be for 2 days. It all depends on what the schedule looks like and how we can make that happen. At that point, we put you in a van and you are on your own. Not on an island by yourself, right? You're by yourself. So we pretty much work alone in the vans. The first day, a lot of times, I will come out at the beginning of the job with you, just to make sure we have the process down. Of, hi, Mrs. Jones, how you doing? I'm with Mr. Handyman. Here's my badge, so you can see who I am. I'm not the psycho handyman down the road type of thing. So we understand that we're all what's going on with that. And then from that point, there will be constant counseling and training. Even the guys have been with me. I have one guy that's been with me 3 years, 2 that have been with me 2 years, 1 a year, and then 3 more between 3 to 6 months. Even every one of those guys still get day-to-day counseling.
Okay.
I touch base with those guys pretty much every single day, and I will make surprise visits. I'll make announced visits on job sites to make sure that yes, they put yard signs out. When they're done, they hung some door hangers, things like that to help us. Again, I'm looking for guys to help me build my business.
Right.
We are a team, from the lowest billing guy to the highest billing guy to my office staff to myself. We're all part of a team here, and we want to be the best. And we look for that in the people we hire. We're looking for people that want to be a part of a team and want to be the best. Right. Because to us, there is no other option. It's the best or nothing. So we want to be the best.
Well, I want to work somewhere I'm proud working for us.
Well, that's what we look for. I don't have any other questions. I mean, if you have any other questions for me.
No, not at this point.
You guys have anything you want to add or throw in there? Comments, questions? No. Ideas? Lucky lotto numbers? Okay, well, what I have to do is a couple things. 2 things I have to look at. I have to look at the schedule and see where would I fit you in. Okay, with the work-wise. What can I do to build you a schedule that, first off, I think would fit your skill set, and not knowing really what that is yet. Would that be to start out maybe as a helper? Would that be to start out as a direct biller? How do we set that up? I need to look at that first. I need to do my due diligence and then see if I can build that schedule up to get something into you. So give me a couple days to look at this stuff. I got some training I'm doing with Jesus this week. Okay. So I may be a little preoccupied this week. So if you don't hear from me this week, I apologize. If you need to make a decision on the CWC guys, I appreciate that. I don't want to keep you holding off while I'm trying to get my side done. If something comes up, just let me know. If you do take the job, I'd appreciate that. Just let me know, hey Rob, couldn't wait, or I want to go ahead and get this done. Because to be honest with you, I'm probably going to be tied up to him most of this week. So I probably won't be able to make a final decision. And it takes me, to be honest with you, the background check can take anywhere from 2 days to 2 weeks. Okay. And I won't make any offer until I have, let's just say any solid offer. I may make a tentative offer and say, based on the background check, I would like to make this offer to you. But I obviously can't do anything until we get all that taken care of. So, you do your due diligence, whatever decisions you need to make, but let me know if you would.
I meet with them tomorrow again, so we'll see.
And that work's going to be down in Rockville area, or?
It'll be in the Germantown, actually, in Montgomery County.
Lucky you, huh?
Well, I'm right down Damascus. So I'm right.
Oh, you're in Damascus?
Well, I'm right off 27 and Penn Shop Road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
that's not a big deal. That's all I have to talk about is our territory. We service Washington, Frederick, Howard, and Carroll counties. Okay. Whereas a franchise, we have protected areas we work in.
It's your van. I don't right now.
And the one thing the reason I bring that up is we do about 30 to 35% of our work in the Columbia, Ellicott City, Elkridge area. Okay. So there is a time where you will be driving to Columbia, Ellicott City, maybe an hour drive, and I make sure I bring this right up front to the technician. So in a year when you're still working with me, and you go, man, why am I in Elkridge on a Friday afternoon? It's gonna take. Remember, Mo, we talked about that there in the interview? I said that this is our territory, and we will have to be down in that area at times to get the work done. We go where the work is.
No, I'm a soldier. I believe in getting the job done.
Okay. Well, if you have any other questions, that's all I have for you.
Yeah, that's it. Ellicott City's not a problem for me. It's 25 minutes. I grew up in Ellicott City over it.
Okay. If you don't hear from me by Monday, go ahead and give me a call.
I'll do that.
Okay, because I should have something by Monday, some of this stuff back, so I got a general idea and I'll have a better feeling for what's going on with the schedule. And stuff like that, because we may be having a position opening up. There's a lot of work I maybe haven't done at my home, so maybe pulling some of my guys out for the next few months which to have them do some work on my home, which is going to leave me some open spots.
Oh, great.
So let me see how things go, and we'll take it from there.
Sounds great.
I appreciate you coming in, Mel.
Sure, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
And I'll leave these here for you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'd like to look over those a little bit more if I could.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was nice meeting you.
Best of luck to you.
Nice to meet you. And I'll see you guys. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Bring his chest back in here.
Actually, I'm gonna come back in here for a second. Well, actually, we can do it in here. Let me turn that video camera off.
Is that digital, Bob?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on a CD for
Slap it
sure.
on the CD? Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah. If I can take that with me, that would be awesome.
Where in the heck is the button?
Now, how many service techs show up for an interview in a suit?
He's the second.
He is the second.
Why? Total arm spin and it wouldn't let it dry.
Go, Jesse.
Run around like